I need something green in my life. And that is why today I will be looking at LEGO Technica Porsche 911 GT3 R Rexy AO Racing car set from 2026. That is this year as of filming this video. And of course, when I say that I'm gonna be looking at this LEGO set, I mean that I was able to find a fake version of this set on AliExpress for 33 euros and 93 cents after applying all the discounts. And here we have all the small bags with the parts. This set is supposed to have 1313 pieces. And what can I tell you immediately? Well, do we have any numbers on the bags? Oh, on the first glance? On the first glance, I don't see any. Okay. Then, of course, we also have the manual. Well, this time we have a nice illustration on the cover, and we have some sort of like a picture on the back of it. And hiding inside, we also have a sheet with the stickers. But okay, enough talk for now, because right now I am going to assemble this set, and then of course I will tell you all about it, and then we will judge it. So see you in a bit. As you can see, it is green and it is complete, so that means I am ready to tell you all about my experience and what it was like when I was assembling this fake LEGO set. And let's start with this manual. Well, overall I can say that this manual is pretty good. I like the size of the images, all the images were clear and there were no obvious mistakes within the manual. However, there were few instances where these one-to-one illustrations were supposed to show you the alignment of blocks, and in those cases these illustrations were slightly smaller than they were supposed to be. Next, there were few instances where in the manual they are showing us the dark gray blocks, however in real life they have given us the light gray ones. That was the case whenever we were dealing with these type of blocks like I am showing you right here, but also there were few other examples. But in my opinion that is not a huge deal. And finally I want to address that yes, this manual does follow the bag order, and in fact we did have numbers on the bags. However, as you can see, they were so tiny that I did not notice them at first, as when I took out the bags and showed you them for the first time. However, in the end the good news is that there were numbers on the bags and I was actually able to use them. And one interesting thing about those numbers and bags is the fact that whenever I was reaching the point in the manual where I was opening the next bag, I still had quite few parts left from the previous bags. For example, there were quite few parts in the first bag that I was using up till the bag number 8 and 9. But as I said, in the end it did not matter because it did not prevent me from finding parts. Oh, but now we can take a look at the model itself and talk about the part quality for this set. And in this case I can tell you that the part quality was actually pretty good. For the most part all the parts fitted together nicely, however there were few exceptions where the parts felt a little too loose. I mean, one example is right here on this side. We have two black fins inside this hole over here, and the upper one is actually moving a little bit, but I mean it's in a position where it won't fall out on its own, so I am not mad about that. And I also want to point out that nowhere in this car the fitting between the parts felt too tight, so overall the building process was actually quite pleasant. Next, as you can see, this car also has a ton of stickers. Well, this time stickers aren't too bad. We do have the same problem as almost every time when I look at these fake Lego sets, and that is the fact that the color of the stickers doesn't match the block that it is applied upon. However, in this case the shade difference isn't that big, but yes, you can still see it. Also, with this whole set we only had one printed part, and that is this large part here at the back, and the print quality for it is really nice and I don't have any problems with it. It is also worth pointing out that this time I did not have any parts missing, and I even have few spare parts. So overall, the job that has been done by these fake Lego manufacturers this time actually is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it is good enough. And with that said, now we can talk about the job that has been done by the Lego company when they were designing this thing. First of all, I want to mention the size of this car. As you can see, it is not huge. In fact, it is quite easy to compare this car to the Porsche 911 from Icon series that I looked at a while back. As you can see, the green one is just slightly larger than this one, but not by a lot. What I really like about this car is the fact that it feels chunky and solid. I mean, when I pick it up, it doesn't feel fragile. Of course, there are a few points where you can get some movement when you apply force on them, but overall, I mean, you really don't have to worry about picking this thing up by whichever part you want. Next, I will show you the moving parts of this car, starting with the steering mechanism. As you can see, we have this knob here at the back, with the help of which we can steer the front wheels, and in this fake Lego set the steering works perfectly. And also, when we are twisting this knob right here, we can also see that inside of the car we have the steering wheel that is also spinning. And yes, you can also see that we can open both of the doors. There's nothing too special about the hinges for the doors. Pretty simple design, but at least it is more than just one point connection. Next, we can also open the front hood like this, and there is even this tiny peg thing to support the hood when it's opened. Although in my case the hinges are sturdy enough so it actually stays open even without it. And then there is this knob in the middle of the car with a red ball on it, and there is also this gear right here. And with the help of this mechanism we can actually extend these supports that come out underneath the car. I mean, now if we place it down, the wheels are no longer touching the ground. And as you can see, we can either use this ball in the middle, but it's harder to reach like this. However, we can also just twist this thing right here and it does the same thing. And finally, I can show you that this car also has the suspension for all the wheels. You can see that it works perfectly fine for the front wheels. However, I do have a problem with the back wheels right here. I mean, the suspension technically works, however, it does have a problem, and that problem is actually a fault of engineering in my opinion. Because the wheels are supported by just one spring on the side. Therefore, whenever you push on the wheel, the force is distributed off center from the spring. Therefore, the spring, instead of just easily coming down, it's kind of like trying to bend because the force on it acts from the side. I mean, this is a design flaw in my opinion, and this type of suspension would really benefit from having two springs on either side of the wheel. And the last moving bit in this car that I can show you from this angle is the engine. As you can see, the engine is right here at the back, and it's a tiny one. And the pistons for it, as you can see, they are moving sideways, which is kind of like a very interesting thing. And finally, I will spin this car around so that you can see it from all the angles. I mean, this is how it looks from the side. This is the back view. I mean, the back view also looks really good in my opinion. This is how it looks from the front. And yes, you already saw, this is how it looks from the top. And overall, I think, yes, once again, they have done a decent job replicating the look of the car. But one thing visually that is a little bit disturbing for me personally is the fact that we have this part right here. This is a part of headrest for the chair, and it kind of like just goes almost out of the window over there. But yes, that's just me nitpicking, because overall, as I said before, I think this car looks pretty nice. But with that said, I think now it is time to put my experience with this fake LEGO set into my fake LEGO tier list. And this time I think it deserves an A rating. Because this time my experience was really good and there were just few things now and there to point out that were not perfect. And with that said, I think I have given you enough information to make up your own mind whether a set like this would be worth it for you. For me personally, for the money that I paid, which was a little over 30 euros, I think I have myself a good deal over here. But also I have to say that I feel like I have won an AliExpress lottery this time, because you never know what kind of quality you will get when you buy these fake LEGO sets on AliExpress. And unfortunately also, the fact is I don't think that I will be able to even share the link to the one that I got, because the listings on AliExpress are disappearing like almost immediately as soon as I buy the sets for my reviews. And that unfortunately makes it impossible for me to share links with you whenever I have a decent quality set. But yes, that's unfortunately how the AliExpress is. But okay, right now I want to say a huge thank you for joining me today and watching this review. If you liked it and find it useful, please leave a like, that helps out my channel a lot. Leave a comment, what is your experience with buying fake Legos on AliExpress or anywhere else, and if you want to see more content like this, where I look at these fake LEGO sets, non-branded bricks and all sorts of other stuff I find on the internet, maybe subscribe to my channel. Huge thank you for joining me one more time, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Oh yeah, is this a car? Is this a dinosaur? Or is it a Shrek?